Scam School Remix. Here is a diabolically simple self-working card trick. Get ready for the triple threat.
I'm gonna ask all of you to pick a card, and I want the three of you to pick three cards that go together somehow. Maybe they're three aces, maybe it's Jack, Queen, King, maybe they're all the same suit, whatever it is you want.
So we can confer?
Yeah, you guys work together and just each of you pull out the cards and then turn them all face down so I can't tell.
We should do this. All right, we're done.
All the cards. I don't want to.
All the cards.
Yeah, because I might be able to see all the other cards.
Can
and
I shuffle them or just put them face down?
Yeah, I mean, if you feel like shuffling, it won't change nothing. But is that like insurance against whatever's going to happen? Each of you guys take a card, put it in front of you. I'm going to give each of you a few cards. That's your little mini deck. Here's some cards for you. There we go. And there's some for you, Aubrey.
Yes.
I want you to take your card, put it on top of your pack, and then I want you to steal as many cards as you want from her pack. Oh, and you're taking them from the middle. Interesting.
Okay. What do you want to do?
Just put them right on top. That way your card's somewhere in the middle of your pack, right?
Yep.
Same thing for you. Go ahead and put your card right on top of your pack, and then steal as many cards as you want from Fiona's. And then put it on top. And you know what, Fiona, if you put your card right on top of your pack, we'll go ahead and drop these on top right like so.
Right.
Fair enough?
Yep.
All right, and then we'll take Fiona's cards, and we'll stack all three of your cards on top of each other just like so. We don't need to do a lot of mixing. We'll just go ahead and kind of roughly muck up the order a bit. Maybe give a couple of cuts just like so. And then we're gonna see which of you can react first. You all know your cards, right? When you see your card, instantly shout, dude, that's my card. Tell you, I'm only gonna show you half the deck. I'm gonna turn over one, and the other one I'll drop face down like that. So we'll go like this. You haven't seen it yet?
No.
So it was none of these?
It was none.
Okay, so we'll eliminate those. We're down to these guys right here. Try it again. Nothing? Nothing still?
Nope.
Nothing? All right, there we go. Get rid of all these. Now, the intensity builds. Still nothing, still nothing? None of those?
No.
Not these, not that one? Not that one?
No.
What were your cards?
Eights of the other things.
The eights of the other things, those three right there. Oh, how did that happen? What we call a self-working trick, which is my personal favorite because you get to do absolutely nothing and look like a total badass. Now, you don't have to have somebody select three cards that are similar of the same style, but I think it really helps that end moment when the three of them obviously belong to the same group. However, we did figure out that it's important that everybody remember their suits. So that was my fault. How about this? We'll do the three queens here. So I hand them out to the three of you guys. Now, I act as though I'm sort of offhandedly just throwing random numbers of cards at each of you guys. What I'm really doing is very deliberately giving you 14 cards, you 15 cards, and you 15 cards, and holding back the last cards for myself. Just when you're beginning, you can count out, I'll just give you some cards and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. But that's so deliberate that it sort of sets people on edge. They're like, okay, why am I getting exactly this number of cards? I figured out that you can count cards very fast if you push them off in blocks of 3 at a time. To get 15, I only have to push off how many blocks? 5. I'm gonna push off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks of 3. And same thing for you, Fiona. I'll push off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks of 3. And I hold the rest for myself. So 14, 15, 15. I want you to be thinking of your individual decks as separate. I don't want you to be thinking about how they're gonna interact later on. So I say, this is your pile of cards. This is yours, this is yours. I want you, Aubrey, to put your card on top of your pile and steal whatever number you want from your neighbor. Don't even tell me, I don't even need to know.
Okay.
Let's say you pick this many. Let's say you pick all of them. It doesn't matter because when I combine them later, your cards will be the exact same distance apart. See, this is all theater. This is something we call time delay, math theater, right? So in this case, let's say you took a bunch of those and you put your card on top and again, steal from Fiona. Take as many as you want.
Just take all of them.
You're gonna take all of them, yeah, and that's okay. And Fiona puts hers right there and mine go on top and we combine them all just like so. So just make sure that you do side to side to side and put them back in this exact order.
Yes.
At this point, you're totally set. The trick totally does itself. However, I like to go that extra mile and convince people that I'm mixing up the cards a little bit more afterwards. You noticed I cut the cards after I changed them. And I cut them not just one way, I cut them 3 ways as well, like that. Both of those were false cuts. It's actually much easier than you think. You take the cards, you'll notice I grabbed cards from the bottom and they ended up back on the bottom.
So you basically just put them back together the way they were.
Exactly. Same thing happens here. I take a bit off the top, a bit off the middle, a bit off the bottom. And then I take the top cards, put put them on the middle cards and put those on the bottom cards. They feel like the cards are totally mixed up, and all you've got to do is keep dealing out one up, one down, over and over through the entire deck, and it'll actually reveal itself. Now you can go side by side like this, but I think it moves a little bit faster if you're able to flip them over two at a time, like I was able to do. Then I think you'll get something a little more impressive. The only trick is when you're doing it this way, you got to make sure that you keep the order right on the cards so they don't get mixed up.
The beauty of doing a self-working card trick like this one is that it frees your mind up to focus on telling a really good story. You're not going to be paying attention to flashy finger moves or any of that stuff, so instead, be fully engaged with the other person. Make up spontaneous little bits that are happening right there in the moment, and when you get to that big reveal, it'll be all the more powerful. Super important note, yes, you guys know that domain.com makes domain registration fast, easy, and reliable. You know they have 99.99% uptime. You know that you get a discount if you use the right code, but this month there's a special code, 35% off if you use the promo code SCAMJUMBO. That's this month only. It ends August 31st. Make sure to use promo code SCAMJUMBO. Take a giant bite out of your domain registration needs and keep us in business. Scam School Remix brings you the best of 9 years and 500 plus episodes of Scam School. You can dive into the whole back catalog, learn a decade of magic in only a mere few hours. And when you're done, join us on our new quest as we attempt to become the ultimate gentleman, warrior, and scoundrel on the modern rogue.